I'm an ex-FX trader. Worked in banks I've got 30 odd years experience. Worked in banks for numerous years. And then with the growth of modern technology, we've branched out and started working for ourselves, and that's where FCI Markets has been born from. So my other passion is obviously sport. So I don't know whether I can say this or not, but I'm a big Leeds United fan.
We all have our crosses to bear, Steve. We all have our crosses to bear.
But hence, we sponsor Josh Warrington. We're involved with Lerone Richards. We're doing a bit with an up-and-coming guy, Fez Batista. And we're involved with numerous football clubs. And through this, obviously my passion being the football and the boxing, it's a very big synergy between trading and the life of a sports person, whereby, you have to have that dedication and that commitment to excel in any kind of sport. And it's the same with trading, that you need to have that dedication and commitment to be able to excel in this. So we're trying to find a way of a synergy between the two, where we can put the sports people with that kind of commitment and try and show them that there is, an opportunity, should they get released by a club or released by a promoter, or, have a career-ending injury, or just be coming to the end of their career, that there is something else that can carry on with their sort of mindset that can see them, well in the future.
Can I ask you firstly, for the layman, and it's probably an easy question, maybe not the easiest answer, but what in your day job, what are you doing that is so transferable to sport? So kind of give us an idea and an example of the kind of work you do.
So it's a very routine based. So you get in the morning, obviously have your cup of tea or cup of coffee to liven yourself up, but then it's studying the charts to see what's happened overnight. It's studying all of the economic data that may have been released overnight, or what's due to be released during the day, and just getting a general feel for what's happened in the markets overnight while we've been sort of resting up. So it's a routine of getting all of that information together, and then you start to plan your day as to what currencies you may be looking at, or what indices, and what levels you're going to be keeping an eye on, and the data around that as to what might impact them currencies or indices that you're looking at.
I know that you've already brought this work into football, so give us an example of the kind of work you're doing in that arena.
So we're looking at sort of working with the academies at certain football clubs. So showing, the up and coming stars of the future, how they can, look after their money in a better way and have a second income stream, as well as sort of trying to guide them away from, the unscrupulous guys that are out there that can see that they're now hitting the big time and potentially earning obscene amounts of money for some of them. With that comes a lot of people trying to, get into their pocket and get hold of some of their money. So we're just trying to educate them a bit as, how to do it properly, and hopefully we can help them along the way. And again, the same thing, that should they be released by a club or get some kind of injury, that there is something there to fall back on.
Now, football is different, as we know. I mean, you talk about academies and the setup with football and the money involved with the game, and when young players get professional contracts, then there's an element of support in football with the PFA, with the football clubs, with obviously all the safeguarding stuff that's in place for players. You're obviously helping them take that next level, if you like, of support, and I completely get that. With boxing being less governed, should we say, less security, less support there for professionals and young professionals and even amateurs who want to have an elite career, I think what you're saying is possibly even more important, more vital. Is that the way you see it? That's why you want to launch these initiatives with boxing clubs like Collyhurst and Moston?
100%. Yeah, it's like you say, there is not such a great support network in that arena. So we want to try and help. And I think, a lot of the financial markets get given the wrong, or people think of them in the wrong way, that they think that you need to have some kind of university degree or be highly educated to do it. And we're trying to show that you don't. I mean, I'm not the most educated guy out there, and it's just about having a bit of common sense. It's about sticking to the rules and being disciplined and being committed. And that's all it is. It's, having them three or four traits is all you need. You don't need that. You don't need to be an all-star performer in school to be able to achieve it. And that is where, we're trying to come across, is that, this is open to anyone and everyone.
Yeah. And I suppose you've got to get rid of some of the negative associations with traders. People think Wolf of Wall Street and the usual stuff that you probably have to bat away all the time. I mean, I'm sure there are characters a bit like that in the trading game. Well, I'm quite sure they are. But it's a different reality, I'm sure, day to day, for, as you say, with what you're explaining.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you only have to go onto social media and you'll find, the guys sitting next to a brand new Bentley or standing there with their new Gucci shopping bag or whatever it may be. And they do, they say, oh, I can return you 1,000% a year and things like that. And it's just not achievable. So, you can make very, very handsome sums of money trading if you do it the right way. And this is what we're trying to show.
So what could a young boxer expect? He's sat in the classroom at Collyhurst and Moston ABC, and you're there in front of him. What are you going to do? Again, you can explain it better than me. So what can they expect? So
what we'll do is we like to do it, more like quite a hands-on approach. So we like to be there, and guide them through step by step. Obviously, at the moment, it's a little bit hard to do that. But we've produced a 12-stage course. So, we'd like to do it. And it all depends on, obviously, the individual. So, we could do it a 12-stage course over 12 weeks, or we could do that over 12 months, whatever, fits into each student's time frame. And we'll start off with the absolute basics of how to load a trading platform up, what the numbers are that you see on that platform. And then we can grow it to the advanced, where you're looking at all the analytics into the charting and the daily movement of each price of each currency and each stock. So, it can get as advanced as the guys want to take it, and we will take it as far as we can with them, as long as, they show us the commitment. We will 100% commit to them.
So what is the end goal? What's the dream scenario? They do a 12-week course. What happens next for the young fighter?
So there's a couple of options. So, what we're willing to do is for the younger guys, or even some of the older guys, we're willing to do, a work experience, so they can come and sit with us for a week and then learn, from the back office side of the business of how we book, client deposits, onboard the clients, etc., up to then going and sitting with the traders. We've got 6 ex-bank and hedge fund traders sitting here, so that have got all between them 25 to 30 years experience each. So they can sit, spend a week with them guys, learn what they're looking at, how they do things. And, what we're looking to do is either the guys can follow, we've got a thing called a copy trader, so they can go, well, I've got a pot of X amount of money and I want to copy all 6 traders that you've got out there. So they can sit at home, just click the button, and the money will invest with the guys that we've got here. Or they can be more hands-on and do it themselves. And what we're prepared to do is, if we find a few rough diamonds out there and they want to take this seriously, we're willing to offer them the chance of coming to work with us here at FCI.